I have no idea how to explain what the fuck we just watched yesterday, bruh. This was diabolical. I knew this fight was gonna be a little weird, but
Ray J accused you, when y'all did that sit-down interview, he accused you of being at the freak-offs.
He accused me of being at the freak-offs? Ray J is my freak-off. He's so sexy. He looks like a little Chinese boy girl out there in Thailand.
If you missed the Ray J versus Orlando Brown fight, you need to go watch it now, because this thing was pure comedy. Every round was more hilarious than the one before, and the whole thing legit looked like me playing WWE and pressing every button on the controller. They were both out there just huffing and puffing and looking like two drunk uncles in a backyard brawl.
I can't stop laughing at this.
Yo. The fight was diabolically hilarious, but what really had me dying was watching everybody else react to it. The celebrities in the crowd, the ones watching from home, and fans on social media, everybody had something funny to say about this. Floyd Mayweather and Terrence Crawford were sitting ringside watching this mess, and you know the reactions are going to be gold. Meanwhile, Brandy was also in the building watching her brother swing at air for 9 minutes, and of course, she had some thoughts. Because didn't Ray J tell us he had only months to live? But before we get into all the reactions, we gotta talk about the fight itself, because this was hands down the funniest boxing match I ever watched. If you would have told me as a child 20 plus years ago that in 2026, One Wish Ray J and Eddie/Orlando Brown would have been in the arena duking it out, I would have called you crazy. Now look where we are. We're definitely living in the Matrix, because what even was this? Alright, so let me set the scene properly. The fight took place on August 15th at State Farm Arena in Atlanta, and this was actually a big night for boxing. Claressa Shields was headlining, and Floyd, Terrence Crawford, and Shakur Stevenson were all in the building because this was a real event with real stakes. But then Ray J and Orlando Brown walked out, and the whole thing turned into a comedy show.
Here he comes.
He already looked tired.
Actor, singer,
Too many lights in here.
rapper. You saw him in Major Pain.
I love Major Pain, by the way.
That's
so
so Raven.
That's the Raven, but Major Pain is
Look
one
at
of
baby
Major Pain.
girl.
You saw him in the
There go
second
Journey.
season
Oh, yeah,
of
he can't lose with the baby.
Bad Boys, Texas.
Yes.
Orlando Brown.
Now look, nobody expected this to be a professional boxing match. We all knew what this was, but what actually happened in that ring was somehow worse than anybody could have predicted. And I mean that in the best way possible, because it was absolutely hilarious. Round 1 started, and Ray J came out swinging and got a knockdown. If you can call it that, because Orlando's glove just touched the canvas. That was literally it. No punch, no stumble, nothing. His hand just touched the floor, and the ref counted it like it was something. But round 2 is where things got truly unhinged. Ray and Orlando 2 get tangled up in the middle of the ring, clinching like this was wrestling. And then they both fell at the exact same time and decided to take each other down with them. Now, Orlando's stance was something else. He was hunched over, swinging wild, arms flailing everywhere. Y'all, people were saying Orlando looked like Jim Carrey's character in Me, Myself, and Irene, and I can't unsee it. But Ray J wasn't much better either. He looked like he was just trying to survive out there, not really throwing anything with power. He literally threw like 3 punches during the whole fight, and by round 3, the energy was completely dead, and both of them looked tired AF. Even the ref looked like he wanted to go home. So after all that mess, the judges still had to pick a winner, and Ray J got the unanimous decision with scores of 30, 26, and 29-27 twice. Now, let's be real. Nobody won that fight, but that didn't stop Ray J from acting like he just knocked out Mayweather. And you know the internet went crazy over this. Clips of the fight went viral, with millions of views on X, IG, and TikTok, with people saying the fight had them in actual tears. Someone said, "We as a country needed this laugh. Thanks, Ray J and Orlando." Now let's talk about the celebrity reactions, because that's where things really get good. First and foremost, we gotta talk about Brandy. And I can't get over how crazy Brandy's life is. She was just at Disney singing representing as Cinderella, and now she's dealing with Ray J and his shenanigans at this Zeus boxing event because he decided to fight Orlando Brown. But Brandy still said, "He's mine, and I'm gonna stick beside him." She came out to support her little brother, and after the fight, she said she was proud of how he did.
Are you proud of your brother?
Yes, so proud.
Is this really you, or are you an impersonator?
I'm an impersonator.
Awesome.
No, I'm really Ray J's sister.
For sure, for sure. Great seeing you. Bye, Brandy.
Now let's talk about the real fighters' reaction. Floyd, Terrence Crawford, and Shakur Stevenson were all in attendance, and they looked equally confused and entertained during the fight.
Oh, his shoulder gone. His shoulder hurt. Go! Get up!
Ray J, don't get knocked out doing all that dumb.
Yeah, Ray J!
However, Floyd still went and congratulated Ray J after the fight. However, Dean the Great completely walked off the moment he spotted Shakur Stevenson with Floyd's team. And then Usher was also in the building. However, he later said he came to watch Claressa Shields and wasn't expecting to see Ray J and Orlando Brown in the ring. And then you had Adrian Broner in the building too, and he almost caused some drama before the fight even started. There was this whole awkward moment where Broner confronted Brandy for supposedly ignoring him on a live stream. But Brandy read the room and got up out of there quick. Now let me tell you about 50 Cent. He wasn't confirmed to be there, but you know he had thoughts. 50 was apparently clowning not only Ray and Orlando, but also Claressa the whole night. However, he was quick to delete all of evidence from his IG. Meanwhile, Cat Williams allegedly said Ray J versus Orlando Brown was better than any whole comedy special. And then you had Shannon Sharp saying he gotta bring Ray and Orlando on a special joint episode of Club Shay Shay. And let's hope that happens because you know this has viral potential. But the real reactions came from the fans. The comments over on Shade Room were absolutely hilarious. So let me read you just some of what people were saying after Ray J was declared the winner. He fell to his knees like that one wish finally came through. They both too young to be built like that. Ray J was fighting like a drunk uncle, and Orlando was fighting like an enraged stud. It was hilarious. The most horrible but entertaining fight I've seen. Ray J, go home please. I'm crying real tears. I'm sure Brandy's eyes were closed. Now, the fight was definitely entertaining, but we gotta rewind and talk about how this whole thing even started, because the lead up to this fight was just as crazy as the fight itself, maybe even more. So the tension between Ray J and Orlando first started in October 2024, when they both appeared on Funny Marco's Open Thoughts podcast. Now, I can't even describe what went down during this podcast. You just gotta go and watch it yourself.
One of ones. What's up with you? Compare your career to somebody, who would it be?
Michael Jackson. That's me.
Never.
You're a liar.
What?
Lying at.
So then it just escalated from there, and people started saying this was Orlando's way of throwing subliminals about what Ray J allegedly did at Diddy's freak-off parties. Ray J then got defensive and claimed he actually saw Orlando at those parties, and when they asked Orlando about this, this is how he responded.
Ray J accused you, when y'all did that sit-down interview, he accused you of being at the freak-offs.
He accused me of being at the freak-offs. Ray J is my freak-off. He's so sexy. He looks like a little Chinese boy girl out there in Thailand. I just be smacking it. Don't even know if it's a boy or a girl sometimes, but sometimes I know it's Ray J.
The beef kept going into early 2025, and Orlando started bringing up Brandy. And look, Orlando may act crazy, but this man knows exactly what he's doing. He was poking at Ray J's ego and his relationship with his sister. Ray's been in the shadow of Brandy his whole career, and Orlando knows that's a sore spot. Just look how Ray reacted when Orlando mentioned Brandy during a pre-fight interview. And as the date of the fight approached, things just kept getting crazier. During a press conference in Atlanta in June, Orlando slapped Ray J across the face with a stack of cash. And then later on, Ray threw a whole pack of water bottles at Orlando. But hey, let's not act like this wasn't scripted. This was actually brilliant promotion because now everybody was talking about the fight. The whole thing was a mess from start to finish, but I'd be lying if I said it wasn't entertaining to watch. Two chaos agents like Ray J and Orlando Brown going at each other, all leading up to 3 rounds of the worst and most hilarious boxing any of us have ever seen. And sure, this was all for money at the end of the day, but love them or hate them, you can't deny Ray J and Orlando Brown are hilarious together. But I want to hear your thoughts now. Did you watch the fight? What part had you laughing the most? Drop your comments below, and I'll catch you in the next one.